Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to work with the letter H and the letter N. Well, why are we going to work with the N, Mr. T? We've been working on this for a couple of days now. Well, that's because the letter H uses the shape of the letter N. So let's practice a review our cursive N. We're going to start on the ground, and I'm going to go upstairs. Then I'm going to come straight down. I'm going to make my N like I would normally do if I was printing. And I'm going to swoop out. Again, start on the ground. I go upstairs. I come straight down. I go back upstairs. I make that hump and I come straight down and I swoop out. There's my cursive N. Now, if I'm joining that with the W that comes before it, I'm going to start on the ground. I'm going to go upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, downstairs, upstairs. And then when I reach out, I'm going to make a little bit of a smiley face there. I want it to be curved down a little bit. Now, why do I want that little bit of a curve down there? Why do I want that to look like that? Well, if I just reach out straight, sometimes it doesn't look as nice as it can. So I make that just a little bit of a divot there. And then I'm going to pull straight down, come back up, make that hump. Now I've got my N and I swoop out. There you go. Now we're going to work with the letter H. Now, when I print an N in print in manuscript, I start at the halfway point and I pull down, right? And then I come back up, I make the hump and I come down and I'm done. There's my N. When I make a H, instead of starting in the middle point, I start way up here at the rooftop and I pull straight down and I come back up halfway and I put that hump and I come down. And you know, from here to here is the letter N. See it? The only difference is I've got this flagpole up here where I pull down farther. Well, in cursive, it's pretty much the same thing, except we never start up in the air on a lowercase letter. We start on the ground. So how am I going to get upstairs? Well, I could, if I go upstairs, I'm going to go halfway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the ground, and I'm going to go all the way up to the roof, and I'm going to make a loop like I'm making the letter L, and I'm going to pull straight down. You see that? Let's try that again. I'm going to start on the ground, and I'm going to go all the way up to the roof. I'm going to make a loop at the top, and I'm going to pull straight down. Let's try it one more time. I'm going to start on the ground. I'm going to go all the way up to the roof. I'm going to make a loop, and I'm going to pull straight down. Now, you'll notice every time I pull straight down, I crossed and made a loop about halfway, didn't I? See that? See those dots? That's about how big your loop should be at the top. Let's try that one more time. Start on the ground. I go all the way up to the rooftop. I make a loop, and I pull straight down. See how it works? That's step one. Step two, well, we're just going to finish it. I'm going to start on the ground. I go all the way up to the rooftop. I make a loop. I pull straight down. And then now I'm just going to make a cursive N. I go follow back up, and I make that hump. I come down to the ground, and I swoop out. Do you see what's right here? From here to here, do you see this part? That's the cursive N. See it? See it? See the cursive N? Hey, look, here's even the upstroke, isn't it? The only difference is the loop on the top. But how do I get that loop? I don't make an N and then put a loop on it. I do not do this. I do not start on the ground and make an N in cursive and then come up here and draw a loop on top. I don't do that. No, that's wrong. Don't do that. I had to pick up my pen to do it. I had to make my N and then stop and then go pick it up and go back. In cursive, it should flow. It should be one continuous motion. So I start on the ground. I go all the way up to the roof. I make a loop. I come straight down. Now I'm going to trace back up, and I'm going to make my cursive N there. See it? There you go. Start on the ground. I go upstairs, make a loop, pull straight down. I trace back upstairs. I make my hump, and I come down, and I swoop out. One more time. Start on the ground. Go upstairs, make a loop, pull straight down, go back upstairs, make the hump, and swoop out. And this is how I make my cursive H. Now, when I make my cursive H's, the two legs here are not way apart. They were kind of further apart up here. Normally they're closer together when I do it. Why were they further apart here? Well, I was exaggerating and showing that. So you want to kind of make it a little narrower and not real wide. If I make them real wide, I end up with something that looks like this. And while that's an H, I prefer the skinnier one. But this is an H. But look how much wider that line is, see there, than this one. And when I'm writing a word like, oh, I don't know, hi, I start on the ground, I go upstairs, I make that loop, pull straight down, I go back upstairs, make that hump, swoop out, come on down to the ground, go upstairs, and there is my word hi. Hi! Well, I hope this gave you the basic idea of how to make the cursive H. One last time. I'm going to start on the ground. I'm going to go upstairs to the roof, pull straight down, go back upstairs, make that hump, come down to the ground, and swoop out. And there is my cursive H. Well, you have a great morning and keep on writing.